Hi, my name is Kendel Darragh, and I'm a reference librarian at the Library of Michigan, your state library. I've been doing some research recently on our collection of Michigan penal publications. Those are newsletters and newspapers that were written by prisoners and published in Michigan prisons. And I'd like to start highlighting those because they're really pretty interesting. The first one I'd like to talk about is the Vocational Enterprise, which was produced by the boys of the Industrial School for Boys, or the Vocational School in Lansing. Um, the Industrial School for Boys was established in 1855 with money from the legislature. They wanted to establish a school for juvenile delinquents, which is kind of surprising that early on, but they saw that there was a need for that type of school. And it was really set up as a reform school. Part of the reform process was to teach boys marketable job skills, and the way that the newspaper is set up highlights those job skills that the kids were learning in a very interesting kind of way. So the publication gives us an overview of what was going on throughout the school. Each period, this was intended to be monthly, but sometimes there were lags between months, especially for vacations. But each publication that I have gives some highlights about what was going on in the cabins or cottages, and then also in the different shops. And the shops were where the boys worked. So there was a bake shop, and this particular edition from July of 1939, there's news from the shoe shop, the barber shop, the bake shop, the boys' kitchen, the school janitors, the vegetable room, the print shop, and then other news. So these boys were working hard, and they were learning how to do things. They were also doing things that helped support the school itself. The print shop took on jobs. You can read in some of the issues, it talks about jobs that they were doing for other parts of state government and other businesses. The bake shop in this July issue of 1939 tells us, since our last report, it has been very warm in the bakery. It's been great weather for the vacationers. And they give a list of some of their highlights of things that they've been baking. We made about 5,000 servings of shortcake when the strawberries were in season. We have also made lots of fruit pies lately. We will close our notes to the enterprise, hoping to be with you again soon, the bakery crew. So all of these updates sound very upbeat and productive, to kind of emphasize what was going on in the school and the whole goal of the school, to teach the boys useful and productive skills. The news from the cottages is also interesting. It kind of gives you an idea of what kinds of things that the boys did for recreation. And they're always very upbeat. You learn about sports and school that they did, that they were involved in. You also hear about what boys went home, like if they went home for vacation or if they had been released and sent home. But it's always got this very upbeat kind of tone. There's also, like this particular one from 1939 has a patriotic poem in it. There are all sorts of useful or uplifting kinds of little snippets throughout these. Sometimes they're little tiny funny stories, but a lot of times they are there to help the boys to develop better citizenship skills. One thing that you can really say looking through these is the boys that went through the print program really did learn how to be decent printers. The print quality and the layout is really pretty great. So any boy who went through the printing school left with a good marketable skill. So I can't wait to talk about some of our other penal publications with you another time. Thanks for listening.